Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Create Every Day in August. Today is August 6th, 2020. Today we're going to be using this cute little stamp set that came in this Simply Cards and Paper Craft issue 186. And as you can see, it's super small, very small. This paper is 3.5 by something. So let's see. 3.5 by 4 7/8. So I thought we could do this little project right here. It looks like they have took the liberty of stamping and fussy cutting that out. I don't know if we're gonna do that today. I am in a super duper excited, happy-go-lucky mood, so we may. All that to say, yay, let's try it, huh? No, I don't know if we're gonna do that because I don't really want to fussy cut. I have another project that I want to do. So that's where my mind really is, but I can't do it for Creta because it is for one of the collaborations that I am in. So after this video, I will be doing a Facebook Live. So we're going to be using Limeade, which is really cool, and we're going to take the paper. I already cut it down. I cut down 3 sheets, and we have this little card right here. It's a little Michael's card. That's why they would go well. It's festive, not festive. What word am I looking for? Summery, bright. I think I'm looking for bright. So how did I get festive? I don't know. So I just want to just quickly chat with you all about a few things. So our public library is closed, and I'm looking for some things from the library, books. This may be too bright, too light. I may need to get a darker color. And I thought I would do it in green so I could cheat and not have to worry about coloring up the green. That works. This is my first stamp on. I should have stamped on and then off, but sometimes I forget that I have to do that with these stamps. Probably lazy more so than anything. So I'm going to make sure I don't put the little tail piece on. I went online to see what the policy is for the library, and of course they are closed. The library it's going to be hard to do. Some stores, a lot of stores that have reopened, really, people not really practicing social distancing. I was up in a store yesterday looking for books, and yeah, the only thing I guess we could do properly is try our best to keep our hands clean, wipe down everything, and believe that science will prevail, right? I'm a very optimistic person on some things, and some things I'm like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. But anyway, so the library is closed, so you have to order all your books online. And the library that I like to go to is the Central Library, not the one right by my house, because the Central Library usually, Central, it has more books in it, a larger variety. And so that's what I've been doing, checking out books like that. So I put on hold like 8 things, a few books for myself and some stuff for the little roommate. And 2 of the books that I put on hold for myself came in 2 days ago, and I got them. And my thing for books is I like to touch and look at them and flip the pages. I think I told y'all this a few days ago. And so you can't do that online. Like I try to look up the book, and then I'll go and see, like on Amazon, sometimes Amazon lets you turn a few pages. And sometimes the library is like that too, but not this time. So I checked out 2 craft books, and one of them was not my forte. It was card making books. I have some card making books in my collection, and so we'll probably start seeing a lot more of those coming, crafts coming your way, because why invest the money in the stuff if you're not going to use it? But I didn't have those 2 books. And and I see why. Like some of the books that you buy are great because you got a chance to look at them and things, and then some of the books you check out from the library are meant to be back at the library. So we're going to try this right here and see how this works for us. Now some of these measurements are in centimeters, so that's one, yay. And then some of them are in inches. Unfortunately, this card is in centimeters, and so I just decided to make a smaller card versus a larger card. So on the card that we are not even following, I guess, it has these 3 little things, and it says congratulations. So I took out the congratulations that was on the letter portion, and then I took out Dana Wakley's little bird. So I'm going to put congratulations, right? And then we're going to stamp out these cute little birds in here, because this bird is like, I don't know if you can see it. Of course, whenever I visualize things, my mind just goes, this bird looks like it's leaning in for a kiss, and this bird's like, don't kiss me, your breath stinker, don't touch me or whatever. So we're going to put those birds in the center right here, and we're going to use some black ink. We're going to put it right here at the top, and then we're going to put congratulations at the bottom, and we're going to implicate that, that they are a couple, officially married, and the leave me alones have already started. So Nicholas is trying to get some attention, in case you're wondering what that noise was in the background. It is him climbing the walls. I've had Nicholas 8 years now. I got him in 2012, and when I first got him, he was like a free range kitty cat in the house. And his cat bowl stayed full all the time. Like I never let it, well, it got empty a few times, but he was able to go and eat whenever he wanted to. And then when he went for his checkup, because I was a very good pet parent at one time, very, very good. I would fed him. And when he went for his checkup, the doctor was like, he's fat. I was like, okay. And so I had to stop feeding him as much. And when I adopted him from the pound, it's funny saying you got a cat from the pound, well, the animal shelter, right? They had him on Heal Science diet. And so that's what I kept him on, just Heal Science diet, because I thought it was a pretty decent price. It wasn't super expensive, anything like that. So, got congratulations, going to go right there. So, a week after he went to the doctor and they told me he was fat, he got a bladder infection. And so I had to take him back. I took him to Banesfield Hospital. That's in PetSmart. And I didn't like how they treated me, let alone him. They was like, oh yeah, he has, they say he had an infection. I don't know if they said he had an infection or not, but I just didn't like the way I was treated from there. So I went back to his vet, because Banesfield was like, it's close to the house. That's why I went there. His veterinarian is like 20 minutes away, depending on traffic. And that's when I was working. So I needed it to be convenient for me when I got home. I could just come here. I wouldn't have to go back on the same side where my job was. So needless to say, I ended up taking him back to the doctor twice, 2 different clinics, paying 2 different, pet fees or whatever. And he had a bladder infection. So he ended up being admitted to the hospital. So crazy, right? Being admitted to the hospital that day. And the doctor was like, yeah, he has a bladder infection. We can feel it in his belly. And so they ended up keeping him. And I was going to visit him like, he was a human. And I don't want anyone to feel like I'm taking away from pets, because, he's a part of the family and I do love and care about him. And if something was to happen to him, I would be very sad for a while. I'm going to round the corners. I cannot sit here and pretend like I wouldn't be sad for a while, although he is a pet and I have to keep that in mind as well. But you know, now he's a special needs pet, and so I would never get rid of the crazy little thing. He can be annoying. All pets, I think, can be annoying. People say, oh, my dog or my cat, my bird, my goldfish are the sweetest things in the world. They would never do anything, blah, 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 blah. And I wish I had a cat like that sometimes. We're going to just take some green and color this in. So, you know, we're stuck together, but when he wants to eat, he starts to do like annoying little things like a jump. Because I don't, so I took him to the doctor. He got admitted to the hospital. Bladder infection, was told he was fat, overweight, don't feed him too much, and now he's on Royal Canin urinary SO or whatever, which you can only get prescription. You can't just walk up to any place and be like, hey, I need to get this Royal Canin for my cat, blah, blah, blah. You have to have a prescription to get it. So, not only that, he only eats twice a day now versus whenever he wants. So, when he wants to eat, he gets really, really annoying, even if it's not time for him to eat. And if I go over the time that he's supposed to have food, he'll start to do little silly random stuff. And so if you hear the scraping, long story short, right? The scraping in the background is him saying, hey, get your butt up and feed me. Even in the morning time, because I don't let him sleep in the bed anymore, because he has now, I should have colored them blue. I was thinking I could color them yellow just because I wanted to color them yellow. Anyway, he has got to the point that if he gets in the bedroom, he will sleep on my feet, and I kind of have to scrunch up, which causes my back to hurt. And I love him, but I love being pain free. So I kick him out the bedroom, and I stopped letting him sleep in the bed once the little guy came, and I was changing his diaper one day, and he had cat fur in his diaper. So, you know, cat fur gets everywhere. Cat hair. Anyway, so yeah, I should have colored them blue and gray. She not that good though. So anyway, yeah, I said all that to say I should have colored this in black. I'm gonna have to leave this as is, or a lighter color. I'm just gonna color this. So if you hear him if you hear any noise in the background that's abnormal than normal noise, and I don't tell you, oh, that's a car or something, that's him being a butt. I'm not sure if you have like jerky pets, but cats are at the top of the line of butt heads. Butthead pets. We luckily we were watching The Little Mermaid. He's very picky. I'm trying to break him out of that, but you know, over time he'll get out of that. But like if he's gets to the point like he's kind of like demanding things and stuff like that, so I don't let him. If he demands something, he doesn't get whatever he's trying to demand, because you know that's not right. So I was flipping through the television channels, trying to put it back on one of the things that we were watching, and somehow I pressed the button and went to regular local TV, and it was showing cats, animals doing silly stuff, and they had a lot of cats sitting there knocking stuff off the shelves, beating up on the dog or popping the human or whatever, you know, pawing them, showing them some love, right? And I was just like, yeah, jerks. These cats are jerks. So, you know, I know it's part of their little genetic makeup, but I was just like, this dude, he doesn't get on the counters, because I don't let him get on the counters and knock stuff over, but he has bumped into things on purpose. And I think they know, like if I have something sitting on the edge of the chair, he'll jump on the chair and knock it over. And then he'll look at me like, what are you going to do to me? I run this place. So I'm going to go ahead and finish coloring this up. All right, so I colored this bird in gray already, and now I'm just going to go over the wings a little bit with this blue. I was trying to find a lighter blue, and this is baby blue, but you know, when I did the marker review on it, I was like, this is blue. Because baby blue is a little bit on the lighter side, but this is fine. And I'm sure that these birds are not supposed to be colored this way. They probably have to have like some red and green and gold and beautiful colors, but I am coloring it however I like to color it, so that's what we're doing. Oh, here's the blue gray right here. No, it's still not what I want, so I'm just gonna go back over it with this. You know, I was reading this post by one of you all on Facebook, and it was about all the stuff that was going on in 2020. And one of the things that I saw, which before I tell you this, it did not happen in 2020, because I like to go and research and see if the post is actually real. So it happened last year. It's still freaky. They found a whale in the Amazon. I think it was it wasn't, the article said it wasn't an adult whale, but still, what the heck? I'm just coloring over it a little bit more. Is a whale doing in the Amazon? Crazy. I thought that was a cool thing, but the person was talking about all the stuff that was going on, and I was just like, oh. I was reading to the big roommate. Like, there's so much going on that if you're not into the news, which I recommend not being into the news. I've never been like a news hound, just because I don't need all of that pressure in my life. And plus, the news, I haven't watched, like, when I lived in Mississippi, I watched the news only because of traffic and things like that, to make sure that, you know, the little roommate I can get to work and daycare in a timely manner. But I don't watch the news because the news is not a source of entertainment for me. I know some people thrive on that junk, but I am not a thriver of bad news. I am not the person that believes in bad news. I have a friend who only calls and tells me if someone has died. I'm like, really? Can you stop doing that? And like, oh, I didn't know. I was like, who wants to hear that Miss So-and-so passed away? This is when I worked on the medical, when I worked on oncology. So, you know, I think it's a little bit different, but at the same time, it's not. No one wants to hear that. And I only cut down 3 because I was like, I'm only going to do 3 cards. Why would I only cut 3 sheets of paper, though? Let's see. Yep, she did that. Only 3 sheets of paper. What an oddball. Because I was going to put this on the inside and make it like a normal card, but no. So we're going to go ahead and burnish this down. So, I was just like, okay, so my aunt has taken over, and she'll call me when something happens. Like, she was telling me, she'll tell me a news story every day when we talk on the phone. Which, I always tell her I don't want to hear the news. It's depressing. But she'll tell me, I like this one better, probably because of that. But oh, no, wait. What was she thinking? You guys didn't even tell me. Oh, I thought we were friends, man. Or recrease this because it doesn't feel like it wants to really be creased. Okay, so here we go. And making sure it opens up on the right side. So, she had, well, you don't know, but she had told me yesterday, she was watching the news. She said, I'm going to just tell you this and then nothing else. I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so. And I told you last week about this. I was like, now, some of the news articles are interesting when people do random crazy stuff. I was like, no. Okay, so this is how they look completed. I do like this one a lot better. Maybe because I'm just partial to blue. I like both of them. They're both different and unique. On the inside, it looks like this. Even though they're the exact same items used, I did go ahead and put that in the inside. So, I like them. Yeah, but I like this one better. Maybe it's the black ink. I don't know. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for another crater. Until next time, happy crafting.